congratulations being joined by Isaac Echard here on the Postgame show. And first of all, just kind of tell me how the game broke down and just how important of a win this is playing on the 4th of July against your rival and a lot of your high school teammates.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a different atmosphere. It's amazing how many people actually come out for a game like this. But it was great. We came off of a tough loss yesterday, but we got out, started early getting on them, kept the lead up. Stott did amazing on the mound. Stu came in, finished off an inning for us, and then got the next one going very well. We didn't make too many mental errors, and we kept the runs to a minimum, really shortened them on the bases, and that's all we had to do.
I thought that was really important for both teams. It was a very well-played defensive game.
Yes.
And you mentioned, too, about the good start that you guys got off. How much was that talked to by the coaching staff, getting off to a good start? Because I talked with Eddie Guzik before the game, and he said we need to get off to a better start. We need to have more energy at the beginning of the game. How important was that to get off to that good start today?
Very, because it puts it in our heads that we're able to. The past few games, pretty much all season actually, we've kind of waited to the end to start hopping on teams. Today we kind of came out, got the energy going, got like everything kind of to our side so that we never really felt down. Even when they were scoring, they laced the ball all day, and we never really felt adversity. Everything kind of felt confident, clean, collected, and we got the job done.
You mentioned the solid defensive day and not many mental miscues at all for you, really, or for Latrobe for that matter.
Yes.
What do you think played a role into that defensively for you guys today?
I think playing a game like this really brings everybody to more focus, and the more people you have that are focused, everybody else kind of feeds off of that. And when people are moving around, you really got to stay in the game, and you never know when you're going to have your name called. So everybody was pretty much like locked in, watching every pitch, watching every throw, and that's all like you need every game. We can't just do it for these types of games, but you got to take it one game at a time.
Well, your role today offensively was a table setter, Eck. You had a leadoff double in the second. You end up scoring on Mason's sacrifice fly. And then you also got a single in the 6th inning and scored on the 2-run double by Matt Albaugh. So certainly it was big for you to get on base, but those other guys came up behind you and did their job, didn't they?
Yeah, it's great when even the bottom of the order gets hitting, because then we get to the top faster, and it puts a lot more pressure on the opposing team, especially pitching-wise. You can't take anybody lightly. Anybody can come out here and score a ball up. You got to pitch everybody with respect. We just had timely hitting today, and that was the difference, I think. It was still a close-feeling game, and we just had the timely hits. They came up empty at times, and that's what – and we had key defensive plays, because Matt Henderson really put a, beating on that ball, but Ben Shaw tracked that down, and that's a game saver.
That was a huge catch, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Down here at Legion Keener, no fences. It's like hit and run baseball. I thought the difference when you went out to the mound today, I thought that your off-speed pitch was extremely, extremely effective today. Did you plan to use it as much as you did, or?
That's just how I pitch primarily. The changeup was working today a lot more, but I'm a primary two-seam thrower. But I like to change the speeds on it, which I did to Ben Rafferty. Early on, I didn't really get a good grip on it when I first came in, and they were teeing off on me a little bit. But they switched the ball the next inning, and I had a little more laces to work with, and it made all the difference.
Tell us a little bit about what it's like playing your teammates. You know, in high school ball now, you're on the opposite side of it. I know you guys shake hands after the game, but during the game, I mean, you guys want to beat each other, don't you?
Yeah, it's always like a weird feeling game when you know who's you're playing against. Everything kind of gets heightened. You get a little bit more nervous because you want to perform in front of your buddies, so you don't hear about it the next year.
Right.
And I mean, it's huge. It's the most fun you can have on the field, though, when you're playing your friends. There's always more competition that way, especially when it's as evenly matched as this is. I don't know. It's a blast. It's definitely how you want to spend hot summer day, and it feels even better when you win.
Isaac Echard joining us on the postgame. How do you take this in now to, I mean, you have the playoffs starting now. You guys have a couple more games to go. You're trying to clinch that third place spot. I don't think you can catch Bushy Run or Hempfield East, but how do you take this forward with you now instead of, just winning this game and having that momentum drop off? How do you keep going?
It's kind of like you said, you keep the momentum, you keep the energy, you remember how it feels to play like this. Really just got to come prepared to play every day. You can't come drowsy. You can't be like just waking up from a nap, which is hard when you're driving like distances to get to fields, but you got to get out of the car and be ready to go.
You had the fireworks going off here. I guess you're used to that, right? Playing at the Witt.
It is a different atmosphere at the Witt. There is nothing like it.
Oh, man, I'm sure it's a lot of fun to play there.
Do you have any plans after this for the 4th of July?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I don't know yet. I really was just focused on this game. I didn't want to look past it. I figured I had the rest of the day to make my plans.
To figure it out. Isaac, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate your time. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it. That's Isaac Echard joining us here on the postgame.